now that your animal report Lapbook is put together, you are ready to start working on it. The first two sections that you're going to want to work on and filling out and decorating are your cover side and your cover picture. So my animal report Lapbook, introducing on this first line is where you're going to put the animal that you've chosen to research. So it could be a broad animal species, or it could be a very specific animal. So introducing and I'm going to write shark because I have chosen to do my research on the species of sharks. And then by, and I'm going to write my name because this one is mine. By Miss Koski. So easy enough. You already did your first two things. You wrote what you're going to be researching and who is doing all this research. On this side, on this big blank cover, is where I want you to draw a picture of your animal in its habitat. Now you can do this two different ways. You can draw separately on another piece of paper, cut out and glue your animal here if you don't want to draw on here. But if you do want to draw on here, you can draw this way, you can draw this way. The only requirement is I want you to draw your animal and show it in its habitat. So for me, I'm doing sharks, and I have a Discovery or a National Geographic Discovery shark book that I'm going to be using to help me do this research. And I'm flipping through a picture to find a picture that's going to be helpful for me as I am trying to draw the shark, because I know what a shark looks like, but I want to use an observation drawing to really help me with this shark. So I think I'm going to use this, and I'm going to do my shark this way. So, I don't really see it very well. So as I am drawing my shark, I'm going to look at, I'm going to make my plan. I'm going to kind of trace it to see what I'm doing. All right, I'm going to start with the tail. And I want to make sure that I'm doing this in pencil first, because I want to be able to fix any mistakes I have. And then I'm going to go back and add the color. I'm noticing that there's a dorsal fin right there. I notice that this one goes down a little. So I want to kind of give it that extra oomph. And noticing my shark's getting a little bit wider. I'm going to want to add my big dorsal fin up top. And then I notice it goes kind of back down. Oh, another fin. Can't forget its gills. And I'm looking and I'm going, well, I can add a little bit more to that. And then when I have my general outline of my shark, I want to make sure that I want to make sure that there's the color difference. So Now's where I'm going to go through and add some color. Now I'm going to use crayons because it kind of even looks like there's like, it's about half of the dark is really, it's kind of got this fade that goes on about half of it. So I'm first going to do my lighter color that I noticed that the shark, it has like a lighter, right? And then I'm actually going to add some more detail on some of those darker spots of my shark. So that's when you're going through, make sure you're noticing, is your shark just one, is your animal that you chose, is it one color? Are there lots of colors? Is there shading? And shading can get a little bit difficult. Just take your time and really do your best work in trying to make your animal look as close to whatever you're using to observation draw it from. The other thing is, I did say you should do it in their habitat, and I'm looking at his habitat, and there's kind of some crazy coral and other stuff going on behind, and I'm going to work on adding some seafloor details because it's just not a shark swimming in the deep abyss. And this is actually a gray reef shark, so I want to also make sure I am labeling my animal. If I'm doing a broad species, if it's very specific, if I was only doing it on gray reef sharks, I wouldn't need to write that. But because I'm doing my report on all sharks, I want to make sure that I'm labeling so we know what this is representing. All right, so this is step one of how to do your cover. I'm going to keep working on this. I encourage you to keep working on it as well. All right.